on TV and announced that he was coming to Miami, that was the moment where we looked at each other and said, we did it.
Inter Miami co-owners David Beckham and Jorge Mas, the men who brought Messi.
There could be three major events in the history of the sport in this country: Pelé in 1972, David Beckham in 2007, and Lionel Messi in 2023. I think it was about legacy for Lionel.
One of the most celebrated athletes in history recently won his second Copa America title and winning his first World Cup title for Argentina in 2022.
To bring a player like that to now play in the MLS, to play for our team, it's bigger than just, winning trophies.
David Beckham, a legend in his own right, has always had immense respect for the magic that Lionel Messi brings to the field.
I'm just saying, for as good as we've seen Messi and Inter Miami, Messi was as good as always, but Inter Miami were nowhere near as dominating as certainly I expected.
In numerous interviews, Beckham has expressed his admiration for Messi's skill, dedication, and love for the game.
Who's your, the football player that you enjoy at most watching nowadays?
It has to be Messi.
Yeah.
I love Leo for many different reasons. I love him because he's a great father. I love him because he's a great personality, a character. He's a great person. But I think what everybody loves about him is the way he plays the game. He plays the game with passion. He plays the game just free, the way he plays. And I think this past World Cup again, I think the way he played for his team, for his country, and to win that World Cup was an incredible moment for him, and I love watching players like him.
How can a reporter ended her interview without asking question on GOAT debate?
Okay, and is he the best player of all history?
I don't know, I think that obviously you look back at the great players of the game over the years, from Pelé to Maradona to obviously Leo and Cristiano over the years. What I would say is, what Leo has achieved has been amazing. And to finish his glittering career off with a World Cup, which, by the way, his career's not finished yet, so he'll continue to play for quite a few years on from now. But, he's definitely one of the greatest players of all time.
Watching Messi play is a privilege. He makes everything look so effortless, and his ability to change the game in an instant is simply phenomenal. His dribbling, his finishing, his creativity, it's all top-notch. Beckham's praise doesn't come lightly. Having played for some of the biggest clubs in the world and alongside some of the best players, his recognition of Messi's talent speaks volumes.
People keep saying that, every time Leo scores one of these goals, every time Boosie makes one of these passes, every time Geordie makes one of these runs, people say, is it a fix? And it's the biggest compliment anyone can give these players, because it is like a movie. You watch them and you watch these players play and it's emotional watching them, because everything about their play is beautiful, everything about their mannerism is beautiful, everything about them as individuals off the pitch is beautiful. So when they play, it's emotional.
The mutual respect between these two football giants is evident. Whether it's during charity matches, public events, or personal encounters, Beckham has always shown his admiration for Messi, and Messi has reciprocated with equal respect.
And now we have one of the world's greatest players, if not the world's greatest player to ever play the game in our city, in our club. That's attracted a huge attention around the world, and that's what we always wanted.
From winning multiple Ballon d'Ors to breaking countless records, Messi's journey has been nothing short of spectacular. And hearing someone like David Beckham praise his achievements only adds to his legendary status. Beckham has often highlighted Messi's incredible work ethic and his ability to remain grounded despite his success. Messi is a player for the ages. His legacy will be remembered for generations, and as a fan of the beautiful game, I feel lucky to witness his greatness. His influence on and off the pitch is something that every young footballer should look up to, and he admitted signing Messi for Inter Miami is one of his best memories.
The memory that I have chosen is the phone call that I got when I was in bed in Japan saying that Leo Messi was signing for Miami.
Set the scene for me.
Okay, so we'd been talking to Leo's father for a long time.
How long?
5 years.
No.
5
So
years.
even before the club had even existed.
Me and my partner in Miami sneaked into a hotel to meet Leo's dad 5 years prior to him signing for us.
Oh my God.
And we had a meeting with him, and I said, look, I know that Leo's not ready now, but I want your son to play for my club in the future. So, fast forward 5 years. We knew that month that there was a decision to be made because Leo had announced that he was leaving PSG. So 4 or 5 a.m. in Japan, and I'm in bed, and my phone keeps buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. And Victoria kind of elbows me and says, turn your phone off, we need to sleep, we're jet lagged. So I reach over, I'm like, put my glasses on. I then see Leo Messi has decided to come to Miami. And I get goosebumps now. I sit up in my bed and I start crying. And Victoria's like, what's happened? What is wrong? Who's died? And I'm like, Leo's coming. He's coming to Miami. And I go online and it's all across social media. And then I spoke to my partner Jorge and he said, can you believe it? Can you believe it? And I said, I can't. Let's just wait. Wait until he literally steps foot in Miami and then I will believe it. I said, okay, Jorge, you and your wife, Aleida, have to go to the airport. Be there for the moment that he gets off that plane. Because it might be his brother. We might have signed his brother. I don't know. I said, this is Leo. It's Messi. It's the greatest player to ever have played our game.
It was a night to remember in Nashville as Inter Miami faced off in a high-stakes final. All eyes were on Lionel Messi, and he did not disappoint. With stunning goals and masterful play, Messi led Inter Miami to a historic victory, securing their first trophy ever. Amidst the roaring crowd, one man stood out: David Beckham, co-owner of Inter Miami. Beckham's emotional reaction captured the hearts of fans worldwide. Let's hear what he had to say after the match.
As soon as I saw the free kick given, I thought, this is the way it's meant to end. It's so exciting tonight for our fans. You know, all of these people that have come down here to see Leo just step onto the pitch, let alone just do what he's done. But, you know, it's a dream come true for everybody in this stadium to see, and everybody around this country to see Leo step into the MLS and perform. He's made a decision now to win more trophies. He wants to win more trophies, but he also wants to leave a legacy. He also wants to inspire the next generation in a different country. But, you know, we talked about it the other day. The eyes of the world, not just America, the eyes of the world are on Miami. The eyes of the world are on the MLS and on Inter Miami. That is a huge moment. And this sport, you know, to then take this sport again to another level, yeah, it needed something like this. And the fact that now Leo has come to us and he's going to play in this league, that is a big statement.